So today I want to talk about the speech from Emma Watson that was given to the UN on the HeForShe campaign. And I thought this was a really inspirational speech. I thought she delivered it really well and the content was really great. And I think the fact that it was because it delivered an invitation to men to join in, because as she says, feminism has become associated with man-hating due to sort of the radicalisation of it, and that's the aspect that's been highlighted of it. And I think it is quite difficult for often men to have a voice and to have an involvement, because they're often not invited, or they're often sort of blocked out of it because they are seen as the suppressing side of things. And I think what's good is that this campaign is acknowledging equalities on both sides and the pressures on both genders. The pressure on women to feel feminine, to you shouldn't do sports because that's not very feminine, it's not very safe for women to do, and then obviously for men to be all masculine and strong. You can't have emotions, or you can, but you just can't really show them. And it's this kind of pressure on both sides, and I think really, as she was saying, we need to work together to bring them to sort of to stop this and bring equality together really. I think that we are in a time now though where, as she was saying, inadvertent feminists happen. People are allowed to do things, people don't really judge things on gender or age or sex or race or anything else anymore. I mean, obviously some people do that, but I mean, in the majority people don't, and she hasn't been held back in what she's wanted to do, and she sort of praises people for that. And then even there has been a little bit of sort of criticism in the press about her calling them inadvertent feminists. But I think it's more now though that we are now at a place where someone doesn't really need to announce that they're a feminist, because it's kind of assumed that you would be. It'd be very surprising if you came out and said you weren't a feminist in a way. And it's often kind of a thing for men to say, "Oh, I am a feminist," kind of thing. And I think it's good when we can sort of have that point, and we are kind of recognising that obviously there is still inequality between both sexes, and sort of how the pressure on both sides is bad. For instance, she mentioned the suicide rates for men in this country, which is quite surprising to have that above cancer and heart disease as a cause of death, and for this sort of thing that she said about once male inequality is solved and female inequality will follow on. And I think that's a really important idea and theory to have really, because I think if both aren't involved in the conversation, if both aren't given the chance to have equality and a better way of life, and not having to be made to feel to be someone else or something they can't be, then things will get better. Okay, so obviously things aren't going to be solved overnight, and I don't know exactly how things are going to develop, but I think we are in a good place now where people are accepting of equality and people are fighting for equality, and we have more than ever sort of got a time now where we want it really. So hopefully, hopefully this campaign, HeForShe, will go very far, and I think it should be given a lot of support really.